Hello everybody, it's Dan Mountney here for Gooner Fanzine TV. I'm outside the Emirates after Arsenal's brilliant 2-0 win over Manchester United. Mikel Arteta gets his first win as Gunner's boss. And I'm here to discuss my player ratings. I did my player ratings for the Islington Gazette in my role as Arsenal reporter. Some really good ratings tonight, some real positives, and a surprise man of the match, because it's someone I think everyone knows I'm not really a big fan of. So we'll start with Bernd Leno, obviously playing his first game after that nightmare mistake against Chelsea. Arteta spoke about wanting the fans and the players to get behind him and lift him, and they certainly did that tonight. He got a really good reception. It was a decent performance as well, made some important saves. I gave him a 7.5. As I say, important saves in the second half. He made a really good one from Mason Greenwood, commanded his box well, played out from the back well, so solid all-round performance, kept a clean sheet as well. So yeah, 7.5 for him. Bernd Leno needed that performance after the game against Chelsea, so good to see from him. As for the back four, surprisingly good ratings considering the kind of slagging off I've given them this season. So Ainsley Maitland-Niles, 8.5 for him. I thought he was fantastic. Probably his best performance in an Arsenal shirt to date. He was superb, going back, going forward. He kept Rashford quiet. Really, really good performance from him. He looks like a player reborn under Mikel Arteta. He seems to have got that belief back in himself. Maybe that's come from Arteta. Don't know, but he does seem like a player who has now got a really bright future ahead of him. He's still obviously quite young, remember, playing out of position, but yeah, really good performance from him tonight. So 8.5. He was close to being my man of the match, but it went to someone else who I'll reveal later. As for the centre-backs, David Luiz and Socrates, both of them got an 8. I thought they were fantastic again. As I say, I've been critical of them this season for understandable reasons. They've deserved it, but tonight they were both superb. David Luiz really led from the back, played out well, which has been a big criticism of him. He defended solid, showed a real passion as well. There was a point towards the end when he was trying to G up the supporters. It was really good to see. It clearly meant a lot to him after a rough start to his Arsenal career. And Socrates the same. His style of defending was a bit unconventional, but effective. He was kind of back to his old way of herring around the pitch, winning tackles, putting pressure on the strikers. But he did really well for me. Obviously scored the second goal, which was really important. So yeah, they both get an 8. Better from them, needs to stay that way though. They both seem to have got confidence in Mikel Arteta, which is brilliant. Yeah, and then Sead Kolasinac actually started at left back. Bit of a surprise one because we didn't think he'd return so early from his ankle injury. He did go off injured in the second half, holding that ankle. Hopefully he won't be out for too long, maybe it's just another little niggle, we'll wait and see. But he was really good as well, I gave him an 8. Played I think probably through the pain. I don't think he was expecting to start. I think he was probably brought back sooner than he should have been, but kind of had to be done. But he was really good, really solid, effective going forward. Set up the first goal, of course. Defended really well against Dan James as well. Booked early on, but he did well to, keep James quiet, who's obviously a really quick player, someone with a lot of pace and can cause problems. So yeah, good from Kolasinac. Gave him an 8, and hopefully that injury is not too serious. And then into midfield. Lucas Torreira, he was alongside Granit Xhaka in front of the back four, both of them superb. Gave Torreira an 8.5. He seems back to his best after that kind of nightmare spell under Unai Emery towards the back end of the Spaniards' reign, where he's been played out of position, didn't really look happy, but big smile on his face tonight, and he was really, really effective, nicking balls that were maybe loose or flying around, winning 50-50s, some really important interceptions and tackles. So superb from him, much better. And it seems that he's found a decent partner alongside Granit Xhaka, who was surprisingly my man of the match. I gave him a 9. I thought he was fantastic in every aspect. Don't normally say it for him, but he was superb. He was a brilliant shield in front of the back four, battled, worked hard, kept winning the ball back time and time again. Clever little bits of play as well to get Arsenal out of trouble and get him moving forward. All-round performance from him today, and he was superb, and here's my man of the match with a 9. So well done to him, fantastic. And hopefully they can form a good partnership going forward. It certainly looks like it will work in terms of being a shield defensively and something that Arteta's Arsenal can play forward from. He spoke, Mikel Arteta, about the importance of Granit Xhaka and how he thinks he'll stay, wants him to stay, described him as a tremendous player and the perfect player for his kind of system. So it seems like Granit Xhaka's got a bright future, but we'll need more performances like that because he was fantastic tonight. Then going further forward, Nicolas Pepe, he of course got the opener. It was the first time that Pepe, Mesut Ozil, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alexandre Lacazette had started together in the 5 months since Pepe joined in that club record deal from French side Lille. So they started together, which was really good to see, and they were very effective in the first half, Pepe especially. I gave him an 8, scored the first goal. He ran rings around Luke Shaw. He couldn't get hold of him, he couldn't stop him basically. took his goal really well, kept causing problems, hit the post with a curling effort from outside the box. So really good from him. We'll need more of the same, and hopefully that can, boost his confidence. We've seen him be a match winner before, obviously against West Ham and Vitória Guimarães. We know he's got that kind of ability, so hopefully more of the same from him. I gave him an 8. Really high ratings tonight. Bit surprising, isn't it? And then going to Mesut Ozil, another good performance from him. He seems like a player that Arteta is going to get the best out of. He put in so much running, which is a real surprise for him. He was really creative in the first half, causing Man United problems, just kept dropping into these little spaces between the midfield and the defence, and just getting the ball, playing it forward, playing it out wide. He was really, really good. I think he had the most distance covered for Arsenal as well tonight, which is surprising. I think it was the quickest sprint as well. So really, really good hard-working performance from him. We need more of that from him. It's been the big criticism of his Arsenal career that he maybe doesn't work hard enough, doesn't put in enough effort, but he did tonight and he was superb. And it seems like Arteta is going to finally get the best out of Mesut Ozil. We've been waiting for a manager to do it at Arsenal. He did speak about him in his first presser, saying, he's going to be a massive player for the football club and he's key. I know what he's capable of, and I want to make sure I can do the right things to make him tick. And it certainly seems like he's done that so far. He was fantastic at Bournemouth, really good at Chelsea, and was brilliant again tonight. So yeah, promising signs from Mesut Ozil. We've been needing it for a while. But yeah, Aubameyang, he was out on the left-hand side, captain of course, and it was a real captain's display. I said the same thing after the Chelsea game. His work rate at the moment is incredible. He's back and forward non-stop. Covered Kolasinac really well, and then Saka when he came on to replace Kolasinac. Just really hard-working performance. Was involved in creating the first goal. Just really, really played for the team, and that's what you want from your captain. As Tony Adams once said, it's all about the name on the front, not on the back, and Aubameyang epitomised that tonight. It was brilliant. Worked so hard for the team, and it is what you want from a leader. And I'm sure Mikel Arteta will be saying, more of that, please, more of that. Maybe throw a few goals in there as well. But yeah, it was fantastic from him. Another player who worked really hard was Lacazette. I gave Aubameyang an 8, by the way. Another player who worked really hard was Lacazette. Didn't rate him as highly because he still looks rusty in front of goal. I gave him a 7. There was one chance in the first half where he turned Maguire really well, and then the finish was really poor. It went out, was kind of a tight angle, and went out for a throw-in on the far side, basically. Should have done better, as I say. Still looks a bit rusty. Obviously, he had that ankle injury that kept him out for a month or so earlier in the season. Looks like he might be missing a bit of confidence as well, but I'm sure, as most of the players seem to have done under Arteta, they've got their confidence back, and they seem back to their best, basically. But his importance with the team is more than just scoring goals. He works so hard, and he did today. He came off towards the end with cramp, understandable. He got through so much running, and his hold-up play is really important as well. He's not the biggest of strikers, but he brings players into the game really well, knows how to hold off a defender, is really clever in the way he does that. So good from him tonight. Just need to see more in front of goal and taking important chances. So yeah, a 7 for him. And then there were 3 substitutes. The first one was Reece Nelson. He came on for Pepe on the hour mark. I gave Nelson a 6.5. Didn't really offer much going forward. I think that was probably more to do with the state of the game and the way it was going. Man United seeing more of the ball and pressing forward, not allowing Arsenal out. He did make some important runs to get Arsenal up the pitch and break out, which was something that he needed to do, and I think that's probably the reason why he was brought on. But yeah, as with everyone else, he worked so hard for the team, tracking back, getting stuck in, really involved defensively, so good from him. And it seems like Arteta is a massive fan of his, basically, so hopefully we'll see more of Reece Nelson. We know there's such a talented player in there, so hopefully Arteta can really pull that out of him and turn that promise and potential into performances, basically. So yeah, hopefully see more of Reece Nelson in the future. It seems like we will. Another player I think we'll definitely see more of is Bukayo Saka. He came on for Kolasinac when he went off injured, went at left back again. He was fantastic when he came on. I gave him an 8. Defended really well. He was up against Dan James and Wan-Bissaka, who was coming forward a lot more at that stage of the game. Against two Premier League players who people have really lauded in over the season, basically, and last season in the case of Wan-Bissaka. He did brilliantly, Saka. He was superb. There was a point as well when he got the ball in his own half and he basically ran it to the edge of the Man United box, had a shot blocked, but that important piece of play, dragging Arsenal out the pitch, getting them out, buys them valuable seconds when you're trying to hold on to a game. So really good from him. Very impressed once again. As I say, gave him an 8. He's got such a bright future, and the fact he's doing well out of position at such a young age is so promising. It shows he's willing to learn and develop and understand different parts of the game. I think his future, obviously, going forward is as a winger, but to be able to play that role as well as he does is important for him. because he's going to need more minutes, basically. So good from Saka, impressed. And then Guendouzi came on as a late sub in place of Torreira, who went off with a little bit of a knock. Hopefully that's not too much of a concern. I don't think it will be. I think it was more just tiredness and maybe a bit of cramp. Yeah, didn't give Guendouzi a rating because he came on so late. I thought it would be quite harsh, but he did drag Arsenal on the pitch at times, so it played an important role when he came on. But yeah, that's it for me outside the Emirates after a fantastic night for Arsenal. Mikel Arteta's first win, 2-0 victory of Manchester United. Really, really positive signs from the Arsenal side tonight, and hopefully we'll see more of that in the future. Arteta seems to have turned it around. I have my doubts about him, but yeah, he's done well so far. In terms of my manager rating, Mikel Arteta, I'm going to give a 9. Got the team right, got the tactics right. He showed that he's really developed Arsenal into a resilient side in his short reign so far, and he's added the tempo and intensity that we really desired. So a 9 for Mikel Arteta. Really, really good night all round, but that's it from me here. Thank you very much to everyone who has watched and has been watching Gooner Fanzine TV. Obviously, Happy New Year to all. It's going to be a massive year for us. Got plenty of good stuff. We'll have a podcast soon. We'll obviously be at the Leeds game on Monday night with reaction from that. But yeah, make sure you tune in for insightful, thoughtful, right-minded opinions from Arsenal fans who really care about this football club. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Cheers.